Fight fans, welcome to FightersRep number 12, as George Francis brings you the best of kickboxing action. Tonight, we have an exciting card, 10 fights, 2 professional fights, 1 title fight. My name is David Huey, and I'm here with the legend himself, the Don, John Arredondo. John, what can we expect to see tonight?
You know, it's bone-on-bone, crushing kickboxing that we have here at FightersRep. It is the best of the amateur and pros of Southern California, so expect nothing but fireworks and explosions.
Well, coming up as our first bout, contested at 147 pounds. First, we've seen Edgar Zaragoza walking out to the ring. This guy here is training under Anthony Eisenhower. Under Brood 9 Martial Arts, he is 2-0. His sister got him into this fight game 4 years ago. 6 years total in training. He wants to make one clarification. He did not drop out of high school to become a fighter. Amazing.
Next up, we got Melvin Guerra. They know him as El Cholo, coming out of LA, fighting out of Marcos Bonilla, El Matador training. El Matador here with him tonight. This is his 3rd kickboxing match. Expect to see nothing but the best from Marcos Bonilla, guys.
And look at them, a lot of excitement coming into the ring. The Matador from Matador Training Center, taking on Edgar Zaragoza. There you have it. At 147 pounds, this bout is contested for 3 2-minute rounds. Edgar Zaragoza taking on Melvin Guerra. Melvin wearing the black gloves with blue tape around his wrist. And Edgar with the red gloves. Here we go for round number 1. Oh, 1-2 straight from Edgar. Oh, and Melvin returns that favor. Flying knee comes up short. And this high-paced kickboxing action. These guys waste no time here. Jump push kick follows by a big cross. And each fighter here trying to establish their dominance, trying to be the alpha fighter. Edgar trying to push forward. Melvin trying to find his groove.
Is it important to find your distance early in the fight?
Well, you know, it's an amateur fight, and it's a 2-minute round, and sometimes you don't have as much time as you think you do. And sometimes you want to be the alpha fighter. You want to establish that dominance to put the fighter, the second fighter, as the beta fighter, so they have to think more about defense. And Edgar's trying to do that right now. He's trying to be the alpha fighter. But Melvin's not giving him any distance in return. He's saying, hey, I'm here. Just as alpha as you. I'm an alpha dog, too. You see Edgar using that jump kick and kind of landing in, following up with punches. He's able to score a few times with that. His punches seem a little bit sharper. But Melvin, there's no quitting him. Look at him go. He just can't hang it in, staying right there in the pocket. We see a little blood trickling down Edgar's face.
Looks like Edgar got a scratch. Something happened there.
And here he uses that jump kick, try to jump on in again. Final 10 seconds. And big hands going at each other. Boom.
Headhunters at the end there.
Wow, man. What a great way to open this night here at FightersRep number 12. Again, we're sponsored by Ali Optimum Wellness, Channel Lumber, Nueva Real Estate, and Citizen Athlete. And, man, what a great card to be sponsoring on.
Absolutely. That was brutal. These guys came out banging. They brought it. So if that's the first round of tonight, expect nothing but bone-crushing blows to be brought to you by FightersRep tonight. So incredible first round.
Who do you see the advantage on that first round for?
Well, truthfully, Edgar Zaragoza kept Melvin Guerra on his heels. You know, he pressed the envelope, seemed to control the space a lot better. But both of these gentlemen, again, first round, 2 minutes, just standing and banging.
That's right. And the fight can change at any moment. This is kickboxing rules. There's no clinching here. There's no elbows. The fight can't be slowed down by grappling or clinching each other. So this is a high-paced fight. And we see that high pace right now, and we'll see more of it here on round number 2. The fighters touch gloves again. Melvin trying to establish that jab, but it's the combination of Edgar coming in. Edgar going upstairs and downstairs to the body, up and down.
It's incredible, changing levels, mixing it up.
He is drawn. Blood has been drawn on him. Melvin has made him drew blood.
Comes in with that jump kick once again, just mixing it up. I like his style. Melvin sticking to his fundamentals, though, not going down, trying to pick his shots a little better.
Now, I'm looking at Melvin's headgear. It looks like it might be a little bit low, and it's kind of obstructing his vision just a little bit. But he's in there. He's hanging right on in there, shuffling that feet left and right.
It's got to be frustrating when you give it all and the opponent keeps coming back at you. You got to mix that up.
Edgar tries that little jump again, comes in with a swift jab. Some big hands coming in and some big combinations by Edgar. Edgar drives him in the pocket into the corner. Melvin's got to fight his way out. Oh, low kick there by Edgar. And Melvin's corner screaming to keep his hands up. Again, this is big hands by Edgar, throwing them in combination. And that's the end of round number 2. Now, I want you to take a look at Melvin's shin guard. See, the problem I have with a lot of these fighters is that when they wear the shin pads and the cloth underneath the ball of their feet is making them slip on the canvas, and I think they should pull that shin pad up just a little bit higher so he has a little bit more footing, because he's got good punches and he's very strong with it, but I see him kind of slipping and sliding. They make that adjustment with his shin pads. I think he would just be a little bit more on his mark.
I can see that they're a little low. They look like they're slipping, but it doesn't look like the coaches caught that. Sometimes you're more focused on what your hands are doing in these bouts. They got to pay attention to the legs too. It's super important, especially when it comes to footwork.
Oh, absolutely. You know, the cloth shin pads against this canvas, it becomes a slippery surface. Let's see if he can rally back and come back. I see Edgar taking this 2 rounds. Let's see if Melvin can come, make some dominance here. There's a little timeout here. Let's see. Doctor's called in.
Probably for the scratch on the face of Edgar Zaragoza. Probably want to see how deep that is. We got blood.
We got blood.
First match, and we got blood. That's what people come to see.
And here we are. Doctor says he's okay. The action resumes. And up and down for Edgar. Mixing up with push kicks.
Definitely showing a cardio gas tank in the third round. Still going at it pretty hard. I love that.
Melvin's got to get out of that corner, circle around, create a little bit more distance, and find his rhythm. But he's stuck in that corner. Now there you go. Fight your way out of there. Create a little bit of distance, and boom, let those hands go.
And that's more than just a scratch. I see, looks like he took a good one to the nose. Might have a busted nose. That means
and Melvin rallies
connecting.
back. Yeah, rallies back with those big hands. Edgar with that jab, big cross.
You're right. It might be a little bit of a gear ineffectiveness, but Melvin's still staying in the game.
And this is a high output fight here. Edgar mixing it up. Big punches up and downstairs, following up with low kicks. He's banging him in there.
That damage to the nose, you think it's interrupting his breathing?
It probably is, but this adrenaline is so high right now, and he's really in that dominant position, trapping him into the corner, working that body. Oh, he eats a left hook from Melvin. And Melvin throwing some big punches, 10 seconds to change the course of this action. But Edgar just rallying nonstop, man. This is just heat and bang.
Sheer volume from Edgar Zaragoza.
Edgar Zaragoza, very effective, using that little jump switch kick and sometimes faking that to get forward, inside, landing with that jab, following with the cross, working that body and following with leg kicks. He's really very, very effective at mixing the high levels up and down. Melvin occasionally lands some very, very strong punches. I think his footing was a little bit off because of the shin pads. He was covering the ball of the feet. But nevertheless, hats off to Melvin, man. That's some great action.
That absolutely was great action.
Fight. Oh, somebody get you.
Edgar bringing the volume, Melvin staying in the pocket, taking it, and then giving it back whenever he possibly could.
Well, I see this fight going 3 rounds to Edgar.
I can't argue that point.
He started out very, very strong. And
Absolutely.
again, he wants to say, last time either I or you or somebody made a mistake. We made it sound like he dropped out of high school to become a fighter. He did not drop out of high school to become a fighter. Did not drop out of high school. All right. He gives me the thumbs up. Make sure we know and everybody knows this guy.
He brought his A game today because he did not let off that gas pedal.
All right, fight fans. Let's give it up one more time for both of these warriors. What a way to start a show. Amazing. After 3 hard-hitting rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for their decision. All 3 judges scored about 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision. From the red corner, Edgar Zaragoza.
And the Don, just like we called it, all 3 rounds go to Edgar Zaragoza. Melvin, very strong with those hands, throwing a little bit hard, come up a little bit short. It was the combinations, the speed, the mixed levels of Edgar Zaragoza. They gave him the W tonight here on the opening bout of Fighters Rep number 12.
Just incredible. With the headgear on, you almost thought he was banged up. Man, he's got a big smile. He's loving every second of this.
Well, again, his sister, his ex-boyfriend got him into martial arts 4 years ago. 6 years ago, 4 years of training under Anthony Eisenhower, and he comes out victorious, happy.
Hey, great way to start off 2022 with a win.
Absolutely.
Good
His
for this
record
young
now
man.
improves to 3-0.
Edgar, it seems like every time you fight here in FightersRep, you get better and better and better. An amazing fight, action-packed from start to finish. Let's talk about your fight. It looked to me, and maybe I missed it on the last few fights, but you really started changing a lot of your levels of your striking, from the little low to middle to high, really putting those combinations together. Was that your strategy going into this fight?
It was. I knew he was a good boxer, so he's a way better boxer than me. So I'm not gonna box a guy that's better at boxing than me. So I'm gonna mix it up with kicks. And the only way to beat a boxer is run kicks.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Very smart strategy. Now, were you a little perturbed by the fact that really everything at him, but he still kept coming back at you?
Yeah, he's a strong guy.
But you definitely proved that you were stronger. Do you have anything else you want to say to your fans and family here at FightersRep?
Just thank you for everyone for coming out. Thank you, George. And I love you, George.
There you go. Your winner once again, Edgar Zaragoza. Thank you very much, champ. Great job. All right, moving on. Your next fight, 3 rounds in the 153-pound weight division. Introducing first, representing Jacobian Muay Thai, Christian Tobias.
Christian Tobias making his way all the way from Van Nuys, California, looking for his first win against 1 loss and 1 draw. Trained by Sean Jacobian and fighter Jacobian Muay Thai. Doing martial arts for 1 year. He's a couple kickboxing fights already. This man calls himself competitive. He is an electrician by trade. Competed in college baseball, 29 years old. His parents are here supporting him. He wants to make his mark. He wants to make his show. He wants to make a statement tonight here on FightersRep number 12.
Representing Moreno Muay Thai, Robert Pallo.
Yeah, we got Robert Pallo coming out. He's at a Moreno Muay Thai and Kickboxing Academy right near downtown Pico Union area of Los Angeles. He's 1-1, 5'11", bringing it tonight. Definitely wants to make a statement with a 1-1 record. He wants to start getting that momentum going towards the winning direction.
Well, Robert Pallo has come to my gym, Muay Thai America, and sparred with my students on sparring nights. This guy is a high-volume fighter.
Brought to you by Ali Optimal Wellness. Dr. Maheen Ali has been treating fighters with acupuncture and holistic medicine and herbs for decades. He is considered a miracle worker, and he can do miracles for you. Check him out on Instagram at Ali Optimal Wellness or his website, www.alioptimalwellness.com. All right, my fans. Following fight is 3 rounds in the 153-pound weight division. Judges scored at ringside. Dan Steph, Jose Cobian, and Daniel Walton. Your referee, all the action in the ring. Big Mark Reyes. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing a fight time at 154 pounds. Fighting out of the 818, representing Jacobian Muay Thai, Christian Tobias. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing a fight time at 152.8 pounds. Fighting out of Los
This next bout contested at 153 pounds. This is the second bout here in Fighters Rep number 12. David Huey here against, sitting with the Don himself, John Arredondo. Here we go for round number 1. Robert Pallo wearing the white trunks. Christian Tobias with the blue shorts. And Robert going for those legs right away. Christian returns the favor. Big hand there by Robert. Push kick comes up and misses. Both these guys very strong and sharp punches. Nice combination there by Christian.
A lot of power from Robert Pallo.
Well, Robert, that stiff jab buckles the head of Christian. But Christian returns that favor. A big hook. Christian definitely throwing the straighter of the punches. Oh, rocks Robert Pallo with that hook.
Is it difficult to rock someone in the headgear? Is that something that doesn't really happen that often?
No, I mean, your neck is still supporting your head, so you can't rock somebody with that headgear. Not at all. And now Christian's finding his distance with that 1-2 combination. And Robert switching stances from southpaw to orthodox. Here he is in southpaw, goes backs and kicks. Trying to find an angle. Robert with that missed kick, side kick combination. Leaping in with that jab. Christian with that nice cross that comes over the top. And Christian with those big hands coming in. And that's the end of round number 1. Tell me your thoughts, Don.
Well, kind of what you thought before. For the blue corner, we see a bigger headgear. It looks a little loose. In the red corner, Christian looks like he's got a very tight-fitting headgear. It looks like his shin guards are on tight. He's ready to go, and he's able to execute. I did see the opponent, Robert Pallo, adjusting headgear, which takes away from his opportunity to be striking.
Well, yeah, Christian really mixed it up with those straight punches, established really good distance. He's hitting at the long end of that cross, and he's really rocking Robert with that. Robert comes in every once in a while with that big hook. He had a good step-up jab that rocked the head of Christian, but it's the volume and the distance control of Christian Tobias. I think I give Christian that first round.
I think you're right, but Robert does bring power. Not to be second-guessed, because if he connects, he means it.
On the last sparring day at my gym, I saw Robert there, and I said, Robert, what do you see about this fight? What are your thoughts? And he goes, losing sucks. So he's here to make a statement, and he does again. Whoa, with that big hand.
Christian quickly made him pay.
That's right, yeah. Christian definitely has the sharper of the punches. I mean, his jab crosses like a bullet. Robert going for those legs, comes up high upstairs. And Christian using that push kick to stop the timing of Robert. Robert trying to find an angle, trying to cut in. Scores with a big hook, comes with the overhand. And a sweet, sweet cross from Christian. Christian's got Robert in a shell. Robert tries to kick out from the shell. And Christian says low blow, but the referee, Mark Reyes, doesn't see it. Doesn't call anything on that.
Robert Pallo showing a lot of heart. He's taking a lot of volume to the body, to the head.
And Robert hasn't quite found his distance yet. He's a little bit short, he misses, and then as he misses, Christian makes him pay. And Christian always finding him at the long end of his cross. And Christian with those hands.
Christian seems to be more on the balls of his feet, too. Is that more advantageous?
And our referee, Mark Reyes, adjusts his headgear momentarily. And Christian moving in. Walk knee. Boom. Round number 2.
That was a banger.
And that headgear, take a look at the headgear of Robert Pallo. It's off his chin. They got to tighten that thing down or just got to get it a little bit more secure.
Yeah, his opponent looks like he has a very tight-fitting headgear. Maybe a better choice?
It is, you know, Christian Tobias has that headgear made by Top 10. It's a foam-style headgear. It's one of the best headgears I've ever seen because they do fit tight. You don't have to mess around adjudging it, and it hugs your head a little bit better than these other headgears that I see.
It doesn't block the vision.
Oh,
is it enough for protection, though?
It is. The foam is very, very tight there, and there's holes in that headgear to allow your head to kind of heats up in that headgear.
Sure.
And it gives you a little bit of
some breathing.
Breather for your head. Here we go for our final round here. Let's see if Robert Pallo can pull up some heat and change the course of this 3-round fight. And Robert trying to get in with that jab, swinging high with that overhand right. Christian finds that right cross again. Christian with the low kick. Oh, and Robert returns a hook kick combination. I want to see Robert follow up that left hook after he throws that right hand.
The incredible thing about seeing amateurs is these are tomorrow's professional fighters. You can see it coming already. They're putting it together.
Absolutely, and these guys with just basically 2 fights apiece have been fighting like a seasoned professionals. Good distance control, good management, good exchange of levels.
A lot of control.
Oh, spin back fist missed from Robert Pallo. And Christian fighting a very calculated fight. He knows he's got the win if he just keeps the control. So he's not going all out. He knows he's got 2 rounds against Robert.
Probably playing it smart.
And Robert's just got to go at this point.
Yeah, he's got to let his hands fly.
In the final 10 seconds here, Christian going in with the big hands.
He's making the 10 seconds matter. Amazing finish.
Man, amazing, amazing action here. Christian Tobias, I've seen him fight several times. He's looking for his first win. The other 2 fights he had have been very, very close. And I think he's secured the W on this one.
I have to agree, but Christian also teaching what it takes to put volume on somebody endlessly in those first 2 rounds and just keep going. And mixed it up while he was doing it. Kept it very interesting. Kept his opponent guessing. Kept him on his heels.
Robert Pallo, I saw him throwing a lot of power, but on his miss, when he misses his punches, he doesn't have that quite recovery to get back into position.
Got it.
And when he does miss, he's off balance a little bit. Christian Tobias able to capitalize on his misses. And Christian with those sharp 1-2, finding him at the end of the cross. Good action there. Let's take a look at some of the replay action here. John, call it as you see it.
Absolutely. More of that volume from Christian. Looking good. More of what we talked about. Very strong first 2 rounds. Looked real good in the 3rd.
And there you go, man. We saw that volume control. We saw the punches from Christian Tobias. A good exchange. His boxing, I thought, was tremendously on par.
Do you think it's kind of a cardio issue when an opponent can't match blow for blow? There's just not as much volume coming from one of the fighters?
You know, a lot of fighters train and they hit mitts and they hit pads, but they don't train to miss. And so in my camp, I let the fighters miss every once in a while to let them know that, hey, it does take energy out of you when you miss too. And also you're meant to manage your balance afterwards. I think that's one of those things that Robert will take back to the camp. But here we go. Let's hear the final decision here.
Judge number 2 scored the bout 29-28 for the blue corner, while judge number 3 scored the bout 30-27 for your winner by split decision. From the red corner, Christian Tobias!
A split decision. It was a little bit closer than what we saw it.
Sure.
One of the judges gave it to Robert Pallo 29-28, meaning he won 2 rounds. But in the end, Christian Tobias takes the victory, gets that W underneath his record, and man, oh man, a great performance by this guy.
Winner Christian Tobias. Christian, honestly, the best reenactment of Terminator I've ever seen. Literally, he threw everything at you, especially that second round, just coming off with that huge Superman punch, but nothing fazed you. I mean, how do you train to do that?
Our coach is just instilling us to just relax and, just do our thing and trust in our training. And, I got a good corner and a good team and a good support system. So.
Well, now, speaking of your corner, very animated throughout the fight, especially in between the rounds. What were they telling you between rounds 2 and 3?
Just to keep doing my thing and pick my shots, stay within myself. I get too excited.
There you go, there you go, there you go. Anything else you want to say to your friends and family here at FightersRep?
I just want to thank George for putting on this show and giving us this opportunity. I want to thank my family, my girlfriend, all my friends that came to support me.
There you go. There you go, your winner, Christian Tobias. Thank you very much, sir. Pleasure as always.
To 1-1-1. Robert Pallo drops to 1-2. A great match for our second bout here. But coming up next, we have 205-pounders coming up. Cameron Spencer taking on Dylan Ludwig.
I like to see the big boys. I'm excited for this.
Cameron Spencer, we've seen several times here on FightersRep. This guy is got the total package. And so FightersRep is bringing the best of kickboxing action. A lot of times people ask what's the difference between kickboxing and Muay Thai. Kickboxing, no clinching, no stopping in the action through the clinch, and no elbows at all. You have to fight your way out. Let's send it back to Josh Shibata for our next bout here, contested at 205 pounds.
Division into first, representing Hard Works Fitness, Cameron Spencer.
He's in with a record of 2-0. He stands 6 foot tall and training with Hung Bo out of Hardworks gym. Now he was lifting weights out in the gym. He saw Hardworks out there and they saw the people doing kickboxing, Muay Thai, and he wanted to be a part of that. And boom, here he is in the limelight, coming up for his third bout. He calls himself aggressive. He's a planner. He did football as his discipline, and now he is coming in to show his mark here at 205 pounds.
Representing Boss Rutan MMA, Dylan Ludwig.
Dylan Ludwig coming out of Boss Rutan Elite Training Center, bringing that Dutch Muay Thai style to FightersRep. I know it's just going to be kickboxing rules, but there may be a stylistic difference we'll see out of him tonight. One thing I did notice, he's 0-0, so this is a debut for my friend here tonight. He's got a lot to prove. He's got a tough opponent. Standing in his quarters, J.J. Mortimer. He's got about a 4-inch disadvantage from his opponent, standing at 5'10" versus 6'2".
By our friends from Nueva Real Estate. Nueva Real Estate has been sponsoring us since nearly day one. If you are in need of some home or if you are planning for your future, are great lenders that serve their clients with ethics and great customer service, serving all of Southern California. Nuevo Real Estate, truly a class above the rest. Check it out on the Instagram at Nuevo Real Estate. All right, we have 3 rounds in the 205-pound weight division. Judges scoring ringside, Dan Sell, Jose Cobian, Damian Walton, and your referee calling the action in the ring, Luis Cobian. Introducing first, find out the red corner. He stands 62 inches tall, weighing at fight time at 204.2 pounds. Fighting out of Long Beach, California, representing Hard Works Fitness, this is Cameron Spencer! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, he stands at 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighted at fight time at 202.8 pounds. Fighting out of Thousand Oaks, California, representing Boss Rooted MMA, Dylan the Butcher Ludwig!
Well, here we go for some heavyweight action, contested at 205.
Definite size difference, though. We see a much taller opponent, Cameron Spencer. Dylan Ludwig, more compact, ready to bring that power.
And here we go for round number 1. Cameron Spencer flicking out that jab. A 1-2 punch by Dylan.
Cameron Spencer, man, looking like he wants to throw. Dylan more apt to pick his shots.
Cameron using that jab to try to keep him at bay. 1-2 combination from Dylan. Cameron trying to back him up. A leg kick by Dylan. Dylan with that leaping hook. Cameron Spencer comes on in. Hands get tied up outside the ring for Dylan.
Cameron came in strong, but he had to cover up real quick.
Oh, a big, big hand. 3 big punches by Cameron Spencer, right on the money. Short Superman by Dylan.
These boys are looking to finish this fight early.
Fast left kick by Cameron Spencer. And Cameron Spencer finding his mark with that right hand.
At 205, man, it can be devastating, the kind of blows they're receiving.
And at 205, look at
back.
the way these guys are moving. Beautiful boxing by Cameron Spencer. Dylan trying to find his mark, moving his head, trying to evade that jab.
Cameron really showing some athleticism in his movement and his power.
Cameron with that big, big right hand again, finding its mark.
Over and over. Unbelievable.
Beautiful display there from Cameron Spencer. Dylan, I don't think he's found his mark, found his groove yet, but round number 2, he gets advice from his coaches. He'll come back out with a different strategy.
What a strong finish to that round. Dylan Ludwig taking hand after hand, looking at the replay. Cameron Spencer just getting ready to unleash and then finds his moment. Puts his opponent against the ring and just keeps unleashing.
Well, it's FightersRep number 12 bring this big boy action right now. And we go to round number 2. Cameron Spencer in the red corner with the red gloves, taking on Dylan Ludwig wearing the blue gloves. Here we go for round number 2. Let's see if Dylan can find his pacing and his mark. Our referee, Mr. Cobian, calls them to the neutral corner, and then to start this bout, that big jab and cross.
Not wasting any time at all. These guys are just standing and banging right in the pocket, both of them.
There you go. Now
Much more volume from Dylan, though. Look at
finding
that.
some hands right there, going in.
Whatever his coaches told him, Dylan's following through. He's in there, changing it up a little bit.
He is. I think he got the first round jitters out, and right now he's in that pocket, trying to engage, trying to find his mark with that jab, switching stance from southpaw to orthodox.
Yep. Maybe the best defense is a good offense. Both of these guys are lightning fast with 205.
Oh, absolutely. Look at that. They're fighting like welterweights here. Oh, and a switch cross. But our referee says no, not enough force for it to become a knockdown. Thought it was off balance. Cameron using his length and reach very effectively. But Dylan getting inside a lot closer, a lot tighter this time. A nice body shot by Dylan. Oh, and an exchange of hands. And what a way to close that second round.
Absolutely. Here we are for the playback. Dylan get up off the ground pretty quick there. The ref didn't see that as much of a knockdown, so he gave him a chance to get up. Cameron Spencer just coming back with punch after punch, kind of proving his point to finish that round.
And there we see his coach, Hung Bo. In the corner of Cameron Spencer. Cameron Spencer finding his groove, finding his range. But Dylan Ludwig was inside the pocket. He's got his distance down. He's got his rhythm down. He can change his fight. And again, at 205, it just takes one punch to make a difference. One punch or one kick.
It's been a banger so far, so absolutely just one punch, one kick away from who knows what.
Cameron trying to measure.
Liver
shot. Down with the body shot.
Right?
And our
that
referee,
Mr.
Kobian.
Like we just said, one shot and that's it.
One shot, that could be it. And it was just right down the pipe. Cameron Spencer with that big body shot sends Dylan Ludwig right down to the floor.
And this is the hurt game, and he got hurt.
Let's take a look at that final action there. John, call it as you see it.
Again, Cameron Spencer bringing the heat and with sniper effectiveness. Goes for that body shot and puts his opponent, Dylan Ludwig, on the ground.
Well, Dylan on his first fight here, making his fight debut, put up a great fight.
Got a lot of heart, man.
Yeah, I like to see a lot more of him. I know
Absolutely.
He's going to take some stuff back to the lab. But he had good rhythm, good speed for a heavyweight. But this time, it was the night of Cameron Spencer. Cameron Spencer earns a knockout with the body shot. Cameron Spencer improves to 3-0. Fight fans, stay tuned. At 170 pounds, we have Sattarov taking on Jesse Batista. And this one promises to be a banger also.
Absolutely. Jesse Batista in his third FightersRep bout here tonight.
And he's trained under Blackbeard Muay Thai under Jason Caldwell. But let's send it to Josh Shibata for the official time and decision.
from the red corner, Cameron.
Improves to 3-0. And Dylan Ludwig making his debut here. I like to see more of him. He had big hands, big heart, found his mark, found the distance. It came a little bit short because of the body shot by Cameron Spencer. Cameron Spencer, like a sharpshooter, comes out victorious, and that is the look of a winner by way of knockout. Cameron Spencer, 11 seconds in round number 3.
Must be an incredible feeling to put someone out with a body shot. We see a lot of headhunters, but when you can hurt the body in that way, that's a different kind of power.
Oh, it steals your soul. It snatches your soul, and it hurts you from the inside.
Yeah. That's a gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, of course. We're just working on setting the right hand up, moving out away, and it went successful.
There you go. Now, when did you know to pick him off in the core and the ribs? Because that was a perfect shot in round number 3.
Yeah, when I was picking up the pressure, he put his guard up high, so I started seeing the body was open, so that's when I started ripping it around the end of the second round.
Hey,
come back to it.
There you go. You are so young in your career here at FightersRep. What does the future hold for Cameron Spencer?
Hey, the sky's the limit. Hey, whatever they throw my way, like I said the last time, I'll take it.
There you go.
Just hard work.
There you go. Not afraid to do the hard work, as you put it. Do you have any other words for your friends or fans here at FightersRep?
Yeah, I want to thank family, friends, my sponsor, Montana Fuel.
There you go.
It's going to keep me hydrated, keep me through this fight. I just appreciate everybody here. Thank you.
There you go. Thank you. Once again, Cameron Spencer. Hell of a fight. Congratulations, brother. Thank you. Great job, brother. Great job.
Fighting under Heartworks, trainer to Hung Bo improves his record to 3-0. Now we're with.
All right, let's move on to your next fight of the evening.
Also out training under Crew Rod McIver, Team Victory, out in Studio City. This guy's been doing martial arts since he was a kid. His goal is to become a world champion. Make no mistake about it, this is part of his career. This is his career path, and anybody who's gonna get in his way is gonna have to get out. Of Turkish descent here, 3 years in the fight game, comes in with a record of 1 win, 1 loss, 1 draw, standing 5'11". This man is determined with a capital D.
Blackbeard Kickboxing, Jesse Batista.
Jesse Batista. And Muay Thai Academy coming at you with a 1-1 record. So it's a big deal to him to kind of make an appearance tonight, make that 6'1" stature kind of matter in this ring. This is his 3rd kickboxing match for FightersRep. And again, looking to set the pace for this fight. Talk to me a little bit beforehand. And this is one where he wants to actually make the name for himself and keep that going.
Jesse Batista standing 6'1". This guy is a tall 6'1".
All right, fight fans, this fight is brought to you by Thread Beast, the perfect clothing delivering service that you can find online. Check them out at all forms of social media at Thread Beast. This fight is 3 rounds in the 170-pound weight division. Judges scored at ringside, Dan Stell, Mark Reyes, Damian Walton. Your referee calling the action in the ring, Luis Cobian. Introducing first, fight out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing at fight time at 169.2 pounds. Fighting out of Baku, Azerbaijan, representing Team Victory, Sattarov. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 6 feet even, weighing in a fight time at 169.8 pounds. Fighting out of Riverside, California, representing Kickboxing, Jesse Batista.
170 pounds, Sattarov from Team Victory taking on Jesse Batista from Blackbeard Kickboxing. Now, is it me or does Jesse look like a big 170 pounder? Push kick there by Sattarov. Combination by Sattarov and combination return by Jesse. An exchange right there between two fighters, trying to find their measurement. Ooh, 3 low kicks by Sattarov. Sattarov with the high kick gets blocked. Jesse on the springs on his toes. Sattarov coming in, leaning in with those punches, getting in. Jesse with a grab knee.
Definitely good movement from both of these fighters.
Nice knee from Jesse. Jesse in.
Was that an eye poke? What happened?
No, I think he's warning him about the clinching, but he's not, they're inside tight. He's not grabbing by the neck. His arms are on the front of his shoulders, so I'm not really sure I would classify that as clinching. But here, they let go again.
Good head movement from Sattarov. Is there a difference in stance from the Muay Thai people from kickboxing?
Well, definitely. They're definitely a lot more on their springs, on their toes. Again, kickboxing is a volume type of fight. There's nothing you can do, such as a clinch, to slow the fight down. It's a different pace. Each is a respected martial arts and respected sport, but this is fundamentally a different style in fighting. And Sattarov with some big hands finding its mark. Spin back kick by
Beautiful.
Sattarov.
Like to see that.
Good. Great action there in the first round. And a fine display of skills, too. Sattarov with plenty of martial arts skills. Spin back kick, big hands, punching in and out. And Jesse using that range. He is a big 170
He's a powerhouse. That's for sure. I wonder if that size is going to slow him down at all. Sattarov is going to be able to be a little quicker. We'll have to wait and see.
And that's a very close first round. The Don, who do you have the first round for?
It really goes back and forth. It's hard to say, but Sattarov did seem like he was touching his opponent a little bit more. If I were a judge, I might make notice of that a little bit. As far as power, though, we're looking right at Jesse Batista because his punches are devastating when he does connect. Sattarov is delivering a little bit more, though, and a little bit more exciting in his choices.
And our fighters reset. Here we go for round number 2. Fighters rep number 12. The best of kickboxing action continues here between Sattarov and Jesse Batista. And some good hands on the inside by Hazarov. And Hazarov does those fast hands. He's getting inside of Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse with that push kick doesn't seem to keep Sattarov away, so it's not being very effective.
And I like Hazarov when he throws that right hand, he leans his body out, doesn't get the same target for Jesse to counter. Then there you go, he leans out and throws that right hand. Beautifully done, finding its mark. And our referee, Stacobian, is going to reset. For a low blow. And our action resumes here. Again, Hazarov leaning over that right hand, finding its mark.
Can you catch a kick like that in kickboxing?
You're not supposed to catch a kick at all. There is no catching at all, no sweeps in kickboxing. But he caught it, he let go immediately, no warning from the referee. Jesse using that push kick to control that distance. And using a hand to set up a distance, walk knee. And again, that beautiful leaning right hand from Hazarov, finding his mark and keeping his head out of alignment. Scoring very effectively with that. And Hazarov gets a small turn and throws that right hand over the top. And Hazarov, he's in his groove. He's in his zone, and he almost got in the zone in the break with that almost spin back kick. But good action there. Hazarov really finding his groove, finding his mark, finding his pace. He's cutting angles very well. When he throws that right hand, he leans his body out to the left and also spins his body back around. Doesn't get the counter for Jesse, and he comes back in perfect position to strike again. Jesse, I like to see him throw a little more steam on that push kick. That push kick is kind of just glancing and just kind of pushing out there, but I need to see a little bit more thrust on that and use that to make Hazarov aware and then fake that push kick to let his hands go.
Sattarov appeared to be setting the pace during that round, but only to be matched by Batista coming back. But we'll see what happens in the third round. This is where the gas tank really matters.
That's right. This is the third and final round. Here we go. Fighters Rep number 12. And Hazarov really has got his bicycle working, bouncing in and out. Again, using that beautiful right hand. There you go. Jesse's trying to fake with that push kick. Spin hook kick by Hazarov. Finds his mark. And a big hand comes right in, 1-2. Again, he leans his head out. Beautiful kickboxing position. And that's a trip. No, he counts him.
He's almost out of the ring.
Counts it as a knockdown.
Batista with that lead uppercut is dirty, and then he comes back up.
And Mr. Kobian says he's ready to resume. Yeah, here we go. Hazarov now finding the pace.
Beautiful
faking
body
in.
shot.
Jesse right now overreaching. Trying to use that jab to establish some range there. A hook kick. Oh. And a rolling thunder kick. Comes up a little bit short by Hazarov, but beautiful attempt.
The kicks before that were the big question mark kicks. What were those?
He just throwing all kicks from all angles. You can tell he has a very eclectic martial arts style. Again, he said he's been doing martial arts since he was a kid. He brings a whole library with him. Jesse's got to go for broke now. He's letting Sattarov get inside. Sattarov throwing 2-3 when he's inside the pocket. Last 10 seconds.
Big body shot, beautiful.
And
Love
to
to
the
see
body,
that.
and knee to the body, and another knee to the body. Sattarov really closing this round
That's it.
with a lot of action and a lot of respect.
Sattarov, very interesting in his stylistic choices. I love that. He's a unique guy.
Definitely. I mean, he brought a whole repertoire of martial arts behind him. He mixed it up with his game. He was in and out. He had bounce on his footwork. He had that beautiful lean when he threw that right hand. He angled his body outside, and Jesse wasn't able to find his mark. Jesse definitely put his push kick out there, was using that front kick to try to set up some distance. I just felt he needed a little bit more heat, and he needed a little more distance control. When Jesse did miss, he did pay for it, and but I like to see him come back again. He's going to take a lot back to the lab with him under Blackbeard Kickboxing, and Jason Caldwell will fine-tune this fighter back again, and I'm sure we'll see him again on Fighters Rep.
Looking forward to it.
Let's send it to Josh Shibata for the official decision.
Official. After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for their decision. All 3 judges scored the bout 30-26 for your winner by unanimous decision. From the red corner, Sattarov!
Comes out victorious. The score is 30-26 because there was a knockdown during this fight. That made it a 10-8 round. Sattarov with a beautiful display of kickboxing action. And I like to see more of him here on Fighters Rep.
Agreed. Just an exciting fighter. Like you said, an incredible vocabulary for kicks, strikes, great movement.
And there he is with his team. And off to his left, Rod McIver, crew Rod McIver from Team Victory. Eddie Jackson on that last fight. And the monster himself. All there from Team Victory supporting their fighter. They're grooming a great fighter coming up at 170 pounds. Still coming up at 155 pounds, Luis Moreno taking on Robert Castro. This one here, we will see no gear, no shin pad, no headgear, and that will make this bout something very, very exciting.
Very exciting. Nice to see that.
Get up for your winner, Sattarov! What a great fight! Just a little shy, but a great fighter. Always great to see him in the Fighters Rep Lions Den. All right, moving on to your next fight. 3 rounds in the 155-pound weight division. Introducing first, fight out of the red corner, representing the Iron Division of Sweet Science, Luis Moreno.
Luis Moreno. They call him the Toro. And not because he fights like a bull, but when he was a kid, he was run over by a bull. And thus his nickname. 6 years old. I guess he lived in a ranch, and a bull came at him and he froze, and since they gave him that nickname, Toro. But he watched UFC as a kid. He participated in team sports. He was on the losing side on team sports. He said, in this game here, it's only you.
By now the blue corner, representing Combat Academy, Robert Castro.
Robert Castro out of Pacoima, California. Trained by Sven Monceau with strength and mobility. Got his eyes on the opponent tonight, looking to bring it.
And as we said, this next bout is contested with no shin pad, no headgear. These fighters have more than 3 fights. Luis Moreno, 3-2. Robert Castro, 4-2.
6 years, the name main brand of the fight game all around the world. When you see the name Fairtex, you know it's quality. Check them out on all forms of social media, Fairtex. All right, fight fans. This fight is 3 rounds in the 155-pound weight division. Judges scoring at ringside: Luis Cobian, Mark Reyes, and Daniel Castillo. Your referee calling the action in the ring, Jose Cobian. Introducing first, fight out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighted at fight time at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Wilmington, California, representing the Iron Division of Sweet Science Boxing and MMA, this is Luis Moreno! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighted at fight time at 153 pounds. Fighting out of Pacoima, California, representing Combat Academy, Robert Castro!
155 pounds, 3 2-minute rounds, no headgear, no shin pad. This is kickboxing action at its best. Luis Moreno taking on Robert Castro. Here we go, Fighters Rep number 12. We are halfway through our card on our 5th fight. But this one, buckle up your seatbelts. Here we go for round number 1. Those fighters getting a little bounce. Robert Castro establishes that jab, fires a low kick. And Luis Moreno trying to get inside with those hands, using that double jab to try to probe his way inside. Luis goes for the body. Robert goes for the legs. And Luis fighting like the bull, as he's aptly called. Oh, a 3-piece there by Robert Castro. Robert Castro with a fast switch kick, tries to push kick, comes up short. The Toro really himself trying to move his head. Oh, he gets caught by Robert Castro with that stiff punch. Robert Castro with that probing jab. And Luis Moreno moving that head around, trying to find that body, trying to snatch that soul from that body. Goes for that body again. He comes upstairs and comes up high, rocks him with that sharp hook, where Robert Castro says, no, I'm giving you some action in return. And Luis Moreno trying to cut an angle inside, eats a leg kick, returns a leg kick. And the big hands from the bull himself.
Moreno, yes. Castro gives it back, but man, Moreno's getting in.
Moreno finds that big cross.
It's a powerhouse.
And wow, what a great first round. It was very sharp hands from Robert Castro, but Luis Moreno mixing up upstairs and downstairs to the body, to the head. That first round could be anybody's.
I couldn't call it if I tried. Coach Rage Ing in the corner of Moreno. I know he says, give it all you got in that first round. Make some damage. I can read his lips.
I like the movement of Luis Moreno. I like the way he's moving inside, cutting angles, getting inside. But Robert Castro, beautiful, stiff, straight punches. He's like a sharpshooter with that. Got pushed back on his bicycle in the latter half of that first round. But I'm sure their coaches here are making those adjustments. And hey, round number 2 might be a different chess game.
Yeah, Castro seemed to have some interesting combos. When he got it, he would really throw and let loose.
And I like these guys are throwing their punches, but they're also mixing it in with the leg kicks. They're saying, hey, I'm hunting your head, but hey, I'm going to whip those legs too. Here we go for round number 2. And then Luis Moreno getting inside, winging those big punches to the body. But Robert says, hey, I got your head covered. And nice combination from Robert Castro. But Luis with the big punch. And boom, rocks him back several steps before he takes that fall.
Incredible.
And it's that big hand from Robert Castro. And he gives that 8 count.
Luis looking to capitalize.
And
He smells blood.
Again, Robert ate those big hands from Luis Moreno. Luis Moreno, the bull that he is trying to find his mark and take that head off of Robert Castro. He knows he's got him hurt, and he's giving it all he's got.
Big hook, looking to finish.
And Luis Moreno going for that body again. Now I like that. He's not just hunting that head. He's mixing it upstairs and downstairs. He's making him think downstairs, and boom, he's going to go upstairs with that big, big punch again. Big knee there by Luis Moreno. And he is swarming Robert Castro. Robert Castro trying to get outside of that corner. Answering all punches in return. The big leverage there by the bull, the Toro himself, Luis Moreno.
Hard for Castro to come back in that round. He just had to survive.
And he did, and he did. Luis Moreno with that knockdown earns him a 10-8 round on that one. If he won that first round, he could coast this one, win the fight. If he didn't, Robert Castro can rally back and get a draw or come back strong.
I'm curious how Robert comes back, because that was a pretty serious knockdown, but he recovered. He kept himself covered up. He threw some punches in return, and he recovered. But now let's see how he recovered, because it's going to make a difference in this third round.
Now, Luis Moreno, the Toro himself, I mean, he knocked Robert Castro down with that big punch, but he didn't headhunt. He went for that body again, mixing that body, dropped Robert Castro's hands to try to score up on top again. This is the third and final round. Luis Moreno looks very hungry. He looks like he wants a KO on this one. He looks like he wants to win in dominating fashion. And those big hands come again. And another big hand. 3 punches in a row. And Robert Castro throwing those straight punches. Luis Moreno moving his head up and down, going for that body once again. Eats a knee from Robert Castro. Robert Castro doesn't seem he quite has his feet yet, but he is striking very aggressively, doing what he needs to do to come and win this fight.
Luis looks like he's having fun. He's enjoying this moment. Got a big smile on his face, and he's bringing it.
And Luis with those big punches, and the gloves touch the ground. That is another 10-8 round for Luis Moreno. Robert Castro is down. Now he's earned 8 points on rounds 2 and 3. He's got to knock him out to win this fight. Oh, and a high kick just comes up a little bit short. Robert Castro, all heart. He knows he's down. He knows he's on the receiving end of 2 knockdowns, and he's just giving it all he got.
Oh, he's got to clinch.
In this fight, it should be a one-hand clinch. It should be a one-hand clinch, 1 knee, let go.
What a match. Rock'em sock'em tonight.
Oh, and all heart, Luis Moreno on fire with those hands to the body, to the head. He aptly earns his name, Toro Not because he was chased by a bull, but he fought like a bull in this ring.
No doubt in my mind. Luis Moreno's got some power, and he's definitely got some style too, because like you said, he brought it to the body, threw an ample amount of kicks, obviously did some damage to the head. Robert Castro, although he had 2 knockdowns, man, he wanted to come back at the end, and had a little bit in there too.
And I just give Robert Castro all heart. I mean, he knew he was down 2 rounds for sure, and 2 rounds by a knockdown, you know. So he knew he had to rally strong. He did. He gave it all that he had. Robert Castro, a lot of heart. A lot of heart. No quitting this guy. I like to see him again back to the lab. He's got beautiful straight punches. But tonight it was Luis Moreno. He made this ring into a bullpen.
Absolutely. That was his intention, and he brought it.
Well, again, Luis Moreno said that he was on the losing end of team sports. But here in the ring, there is no team. There is only I. He is responsible. And of course, obviously, your coaches and teammate. But inside here, he is victorious. A beautiful display of power and punching, mixed levels. This man at 155 is a powerhouse. And I'm happy to be able to witness here on Fighters Rep number 12. Let's send it to Josh Shibata for the official decision.
Yeah, give it up for both of these fighters. What a war they put on. All right, after 3 rounds of action, let's go to the judges' scorecards for their decision. Judge number 1 scored about 30-26, while judges 2 and 3 scored about 29-26. All for your winner by unanimous decision. Fight out the red corner, Luis Moreno.
It's improving his record to 4-2. And Robert Castro comes up a little bit short on this fight, but you know, I'm looking at his record. He has 4 wins against 2 losses, but that's in mixed martial arts. For him doing a kickboxing debut here, that man was on fire.
It's a different game entirely. Like you said, there's nowhere to rest.
But tonight, it is the bull, the toro himself, Luis Moreno. Luis Moreno, tonight, this is your bullpen.
I've never seen you look so lean and mean before. You look amazing, brother. How do you feel?
I feel great, man. After not eating for fucking God knows how long, I felt like forever, man. But here, driving out, tired, but fucking happy with the win, man. Happy to finally be talking to you too.
Of course, yeah. After your last fight with us in the Lions Den, I know a lot of disappointment, but man, you looked amazing. What was different about this fight for you?
The weight, you know, making the weight the first time around. Finally fighting a guy my size, kind of, you know, not having to fight these tall-ass giants.
Yeah.
It was fun, though, man. Today I had fun. Last time was my first time back in a while. Today it felt like the way it's supposed to feel.
There you go. Yeah, I definitely got to say, you look like you were having a lot of fun out there. Now, I got to also say, I don't think I've ever heard a coach yell so loud before a fight. It was like a war cry. Now, what is it about Coach Rage that makes him special to you for your fights?
The energy he brings, man. The energy is the same in training. The crazy motherfucker in training, the crazy motherfucker come fight night. And forgive me for my language.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
But I'm just happy to be here, happy to finally represent coach the team the right way. I got my teammate in the corner here, Quincy Hollow Point. I got Clay Combe over there, freaking Sugar Bomb.
There you go.
It just feels good, man. My family in the crowd.
There you go.
Everybody here today, man. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I love you guys. Thank you.
And thank you, Luis Moreno, again. Pleasure, brother. Thank you. Congratulations. Once again, give it up for Luis Moreno. Hey.
We are halfway through our card. Also, still to come, 2 professional bouts. Ed Scissorhands Hyman taking on Connor Kenny Powers Bracken. And also for the Fighters Rep Super Middleweight title, Diego Perez taking on David Pacheco. Fight fans, you want to stay close by and watch this action as the pros do it.
Let's move on to our next fight of the evening. 3 rounds in the 170-pound weight division. Introducing first fight out of the red corner, representing X-Fit and Classic Fight Team, David Rivera.
David Rivera, inspired by Anderson Silva, Lyoto Machida, watched these guys as he was young, and decided, hey, he wanted to be a part of this fight game. Calls himself smooth and technical, and he grew up in San Bernardino, in a rough neighborhood. He's been fighting all his life. This time, he's able to take it to the ring, fighting for his friends, his team, and his family. David Rivera in the red corner from Classic Fight Team, trained by Tyler Wambliss, here tonight here on Fighters Rep number 12.
Fighting out of the blue corner, representing Blackbeard Kickboxing, Joshua Caldwell.
Joshua Caldwell coming out of Corona, California. In his corner is Jason Caldwell, a very colorful, noted fighter that we all know. This is 2-2 for Joshua. Coming up here at Fighters Rep 12.
You know, John, we've seen some of the best matchups, and I think that's a testament to our promoter George Francis putting these fights together. I mean, they're all very well contested, all evenly matched, and that's what makes Fighters Rep so exciting.
Absolutely.
All right, fight fans, this fight is brought to you by the Citizen Athlete Project. Our good friend Ken Bromley is bringing you a way to connect regular citizens to high-caliber athletes. It's a personal performance program, absolutely free online. It's, as they say, it's online initiative, real life activated. Check them out at citizenathleteproject.com. All right, the following fight is 3 rounds in the 170-pound weight division. Judges scoring at ringside, Ronnie Buenafe, Mark Reyes, and Daniel Castillo. Your referee calling the action in the ring, Luis Cobian. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weight at fight time at 169.2 pounds. Fighting out of San Bernardino, California, representing X-Fit and Classic Fight Team, David Rivera! Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weight at fight time at 171 pounds. Fighting out of Riverside, California, representing Blackbeard Kickboxing, Joshua Caldwell!
Fight fans, my name is David Huey, and I'm here with the Don, John Arredondo. And our next bout coming out also with no gear, no headgear, David Rivera out of the red corner, taking on in the blue corner, Joshua Caldwell. This one here is going to be a banger.
No headgear, no shin guards, ready to go.
And both fighters landing kicks right away. David with the body kick. And David trying to land that 1-2. Joshua Caldwell fighting out of that southpaw stance.
David Rivera showing a little swagger. I like his style.
Little swagger, a little lean, little movement there. Misses with the kick. The sharp hook, nice cross. And a nice body kick by David. Following on with that big hand, switches stance now.
It's definitely close to the distance for a lengthy fighter like Caldwell.
Oh, and Joshua with a nice knee. David trying to that long cross. Changing a little elevation there. Making Joshua miss just barely, but not able to capitalize on that. Double jab by Joshua. Trying to find his mark, comes up short with that leg kick. And both fighters throwing kicks at the same time. Oh, a nice cross there by Joshua.
Rivera seems unfazed, but that's got to get some damage done in the way of actually keeping your balance.
A nice snap in those punches. Oh, a spin back fist from a missed kick.
Caldwell mixing it up.
Wow, what a great way to open that first round. First round there, both the fighters trying to establish their dominance. You can see them both throwing kicks at the same time, and not only just throwing kicks with a lot of heat. Trying to become the alpha fighter, but in the end, whoa, I saw Joshua Caldwell with some nice snappy punches. He might have stolen that round with those nice crisp boxing.
Tough one to call. It looked like David Rivera was actually really kind of being the aggressor during the fight, but at the very end, Caldwell just pulled it out. It looked like he put Rivera out on his feet for just a moment.
Rivera came out with a lot of swagger. Now he's going to make his adjustment with his team. Again, it's only important that you come out and fight, you listen to your coaches, and then each round becomes a new game in this strategic, high-speed chess match. Oh! And we see David down, and he looks a little bit wobbly. Luis Cobian checking him to see if he can walk straight. Looks good. Left and right. Checking his mobility. He says he can fight again. And Caldwell's right there, right on top of him. And Caldwell goes in with that leg kick.
Rivera showing that he's not phased. We'll see.
He's playing that poker face, and he's handling it very well. He looks a little bit wobbly. Looks like his feet is not quite underneath him as he's throwing those punches, but hey, he's giving some action back. Joshua just trying to find his mark. I'm glad he's not rushing this. David with that high kick and a straight cross. And Joshua trying to use those hands. And he finds his mark and then comes in with a walk knee. And David with still a lot of heat on those kicks.
Maybe proving a wounded animal is a dangerous animal.
Kick, spin back fist, comes up a little bit short. And Joshua finds that mark with that cross. A beautiful walk knee. And David's feet still not quite underneath him. If he can survive these 10 seconds, he can get that 1 minute rest that he needs. And he does. Wow, beautiful knockdown.
Incredible, actually, that he stayed in it in that one. It's just testimony to his toughness.
Absolutely. Joshua Caldwell came back in after knocking him down, and he didn't rush it. He was trying to find his mark, trying to find his pace. He knew that David was still wobbly, but still dangerous, so he handled himself like a professional and was looking for that right opportunity to score. But anyway, he stole that round with a beautiful knockdown. And David Rivera survives that second round. Let's see if he can recover back fast enough to make his mark here. And Joshua Caldwell coming out immediately to display that dominance. David Rivera bouncing on his feet. Looks like he's got his legs back. Comes with the low kick. Letting those hands go.
Big knees to the body.
And he calls a low
one
blow.
Too low?
I don't know if I saw that low. I'm not quite sure. Referee was a little bit in my way.
I don't know. We'll have to see. David's definitely got to do something this round. Got to recover from that knockdown.
Well, this might benefit David also. Gives him a little bit more time to recover. But he is throwing some heat there.
Right kick.
Beautiful, beautiful kick. And Joshua just pushes him off. I think Joshua knows that kick, spin back fist combination, so.
It's nice to see that he threw it, though. He had that momentum. He took advantage of it.
And Joshua still trying to find his distance. He's leading with that big cross. And here he scores this time with that kick, spin back fist combination. And the hands are going now. Joshua finding his mark on those punches. David still dangerous. Eats a hook. And that's definitely a powerful kick. David still a lot of power in those kicks. In the final 10 seconds of this bout, these guys are putting it all on the line. And what a way to close the night for Joshua Caldwell. And just a great display of kickboxing action tonight.
Absolutely.
And we see the tenacity of fighters, being able to take a hit, coming back, and recover.
Some vicious kicks. Joshua Caldwell, man, he means business. That was a slip right there.
Yeah,
unleashing on David Rivera.
David Rivera with that.
And there's that knockdown.
Yeah.
One right down the pipe, put him down on the ground. Might have changed the trajectory of the fight at that point. I don't know if he was able to ever recover. He did a great job of showing heart, but he was a little wobbly throughout that round.
Definitely, I mean, Joshua Caldwell, beautiful display. Sharp crosses, beautiful hooks. And both fighters, I mean, they, at 170 pounds, they were throwing a lot of heat. Those kicks were just clashing at the same time against one another. David Rivera, in a second kickboxing fight, he's had 4 bouts in mixed martial arts. I like to see a lot more of him, especially in the kickboxing arena. Joshua Caldwell put on a great display of skill. I see him getting better every fight.
Yep. I like David Rivera's shorts, though. Those are some cool Muay Thai shorts.
That is a classic baby
Bring in that
blue
pink.
and pink. There you go. Classic colors. In Thailand, the toughest fighters wear baby blue and pink.
Oh, yeah.
And
Real
here we
men
go.
wear pink.
Fight fans, still to come, we have 2 professional bouts. Ed Hyman taking on Connor Bracken, and also Diego Perez versus David Pacheco for the FightersRep Super Middleweight title. These are coming up next. So again, don't unfasten those seatbelts. Keep them on, because this time Airbags will be deployed.
Don't blink. It's that kind of night. Don't blink. The official decision coming soon here. I think we kind of know where it's going to go, but let's hear the official decision from the ref.
And a great night of kickboxing display here in the Fighters Rep in number 12. Let's send it Joshua Shibata.
Official. After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for their decision. Judge number 1 scored the bout 30-26 for the red corner. Judge number 2 scored the bout 30-26 for the blue corner. And judge number 3 scored the bout 30-26 for your winner by split decision. From the blue corner, Joshua Caldwell.
I can see that.
No, there's definitely a wrong
Not a bad call.
scorecard. There's a wrong score because there's no way it could be 30-26. There was no knockdown from the red corner side. He was knocked down. There was something wrong on the scorecards. Something got mixed up there. Was not a split decision. There's no way you can have the blue corner receive 26 points on that. There is a definite mistake on the scorecards there.
Joshua, you want to be on the mic? No? No, you're yeah, okay, all right. Yep. All right, I'm with your winner, Joshua Caldwell. Joshua, hell of a fight. Now, during the fight, you hit David and you knocked him down in the second round. What was going through your head when you knocked him down?
I was hoping he wasn't going to get back up.
Okay.
He's a tough dude.
He's a tough dude. He's a tough dude.
My shot.
Okay. Now, I know getting to weight was a little bit difficult for you in this fight. How did you feel coming into the fight?
I felt great.
Okay.
I felt great. I made the weight. I've been ready to fight for a long time. And just finally getting in here and getting it done is all I care about. There you go. There you go. All right. Do you have anything else to say to your numerous fans and friends and family here at Fighters Rep? Yes. I love y'all. Thank you for all the support. Blackbeard Kickboxing, my brother, Jason Caldwell. I love you guys. I appreciate all the work. My family being here. I just love y'all. Thank you. I'm going to come back and whoop some more ass. There you go. We're looking forward to that. Thank you very much, Joshua Caldwell. All right, my fans. We're going to take a quick intermission. Give you guys a chance to stretch out your legs, buy some food, buy some drinks. Don't forget to tip your waiters, and again, drink responsibly. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so, but again, don't go anywhere. We still have our 2 professional bouts included, 1 for a Fighters Rep Championship. Not yet, not yet, not yet.
And fight fans, you have it. We are taking a 10-minute intermission. We'll see you back for 2 professional bouts and still to come.
Inside, Joshua
2 amateur bouts.
Boxing a thing again, not only here in California, but the entire country. This guy is a hell of a man. One of my good friends, George Francis. George Francis, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Take pictures with him too.
And there you have it. Joshua Jenkins receives the Fighters Rep and the
right,
IKF belt.
Again, your
his opponent not making weight. He wins the belt off the scale.
Super welterweight Southern Regional Champion Joshua Jenkins. Now, Joshua, just a couple words with you. As George mentioned before, you made weight. I know, walk us through training camp. How grueling is training camp to make weight?
You know what, first and foremost, glory to God for us making it here tonight. I'd like to thank my team, Blitz Muay Thai. I would like to thank Joe Davidson down at Evolution Muay Thai for getting me ready for this fight. I want to thank all my friends and family for being out here tonight. I see you guys back there. I appreciate it. Training for a fight, as everybody knows, you know, it's a difficult task, but we made it, we came, we made weight, we did what we were supposed to do. I did not want to win the belt this way, but it is what it is, it's out of my control. We did our job, we did our part, and we're going to be back and we're going to defend this.
There you go, there you go. A true professional, as George Francis mentioned. Now, so, anybody in mind, do you want to defend the belt or just bring on all comers?
I don't care.
There you go, there you go. You gotta love it. Anything else you want to say to your fans and friends here at Fighters Rep?
You know what, like I said again, thank all my boys, all my people, my family out here for coming out. I want to thank my fiance Nicole for always holding it down for me, keeping the household straight while I'm gone training and at work. I just want to thank everybody for coming here tonight. Again, thank my team, Blitz Muay Thai. Thank Joe Davidson and Evolution for getting me ready for this, and we'll be back.
There you go. I sure feel that you will. Joshua Jenkins, your new IKF and Fighters Rep champion. Thank you very much, champ. All right. All right, fight fans. We are getting ready to start our pro fights. To begin, all the IKF and CSAC officials at ringside. We will get going with our next bout.
Fight fans, we are back for Fighters Rep number 12. As presented to you by George Francis.
We are going to start
David
with
Huey
3
here
rounds in
with
the
John
186-pound
Arredondo.
My man David.
Introducing
My gray-haired brother.
And we are going to start our professional portion of this bout. Edward Hyman making his way to the ring. This guy has 5 pro mixed martial arts bouts. Trained by Tyler Wambas, fighting out a classic fight team. This man specialized in street fighting before getting into mixed martial arts. He's been fighting in the streets, and now he is here in the ring. Consider himself a technical fighter. going to put it all on the line, and his lesson in life is to live life to the fullest, and he's making the most out of it here tonight on Fighters Rep number 12 on this professional bout.
Representing Wooden Man Muay Thai San Francisco, Bracken.
Bracken coming out of Oakland, California, training in San Francisco with Youngsunan Fairtex, the Wooden Man. Being a professional bout, we have no covers on, no shin pads on. These boys are 185 pounds. It will be a smashing of bones.
Well, Bracken likes to call himself Kenny Powers because this is a fighter that still sports the mullet.
He does have that Kenny Powers haircut.
And he enjoys the fight game. Trained by the legend himself, Youngsunan, the Wooden Man. Fairtex fighting out of Wooden Man Muay Thai. Kenny Bracken brought a lot of heat on his last fight here. This is going to be non-stop action.
All professional kickboxing fights are sanctioned under the California State Athletic Commission. 3 3-minute rounds, or in the case of our championship fight, 5 3-minute rounds. Commissioner John Carvelli, Executive Officer Andy Foster, Event Inspector Brian Morris, doctors at ringside, Dr. Matthew Potts and Dr. Xu Xiang Liu, timekeeper Elaine Jojola, your judges for this contest, Damian Walton, Luis Cobian, Dan Sale, and your referee calling the action in the ring, Jose Cobian. This fight is brought to you by Nuevo Real Estate, reshaping real estate industry by building great lenders that serve their clients with excellence and great customer service. If you need a house in the Southern California area, head up Nuevo Real Estate. All right, my fans, this contest is 3 rounds in the 186-pound weight division. Introducing first, fight out of the red corner. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighted at fight time at 185 pounds. He has a professional kickboxing record of 0-1. Fighting out of Fountain Valley, California, representing Classic Fight Team, Edward Scissorhands Hyman. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weight at fight time at 185.6 pounds. He has a professional kickboxing record of 2 wins, no losses, and 1 draw. Fighting out of Oakland, California, representing Wooden Man Muay Thai San Francisco, this is Kenny Powers Bracken.
And fight fans, this is the professional portion of our bout. This bout is contested at 3 3-minute rounds of kickboxing action, unified rules at 185 pounds. Don't blink, buck up the seatbelts. Here we go for round number 1. Both fighters exchanging kicks. Quick catch kick there.
Ed Hyman really using that reach.
He is. He's using that mobility, using that high kick, left and right. Bracken trying to use that jab to get inside. Oh! And comes down with a cross right down the pipe. It is over.
Kenny Powers bringing it tonight.
Right down the pipe there with that cross. Round number 1. And Ed Hyman just very, very disappointed the bout was stopped. But again, we're at the fighter safety. He's stumbling to get up. A good call for our referee, Jose Cobian, to stop this bout immediately. Fighter safety is number 1. Sometimes you recover and you think, hey, I could have continued. But you have to think that next blow would have come right away. Let's take a look at that knockout.
Big right hand from Kenny Powers.
It didn't. He set up that jab, probe right in there, and it caught him, and it turned him on the, what we call the dumb side, and boom, man,
The stun
he is
gun.
down, yeah.
Right on the chin.
It's a good call. I mean, you know, all fighters are disappointed. They want to continue on, but you know what? Ed Hyman, we'll see you fight another day tonight. It is Bracken's night with that beautiful cross. Finding his mark there, set it up perfectly.
What a moment for Conor Bracken. Every fighter looks forward to that moment when he puts somebody down with a big right. And a crowd favorite at that.
Oh, definitely. Conor Bracken.
Something tells me that mullet is going nowhere.
It is the power of the mullet, you know?
Must be.
I might have to pull a Samson on him and cut that mullet off if I was going to fight him.
Looks like they came all the way down from San Francisco just to represent him. He's got a pretty good crowd out here.
You know, and this is a sport, you know, one punch, one kick can change everything. And this is the volume of the punches, and sometimes you're just trying to set up your pace, and you don't know your opponent's timing yet, and it can catch you, and tonight it did.
I don't know if Ed Hyman even knows what hit him yet. It was that quick. That was a big question mark.
Well, I want to see more of Ed Hyman. I want to see what his full potential is. Again, he's comes in with an 0-1 record, but he has 5 pro mixed martial arts bout. He had some strong kicks in the beginning. I want to see what's in his repertoire. I want to see him again. But tonight again, it's Conor Bracken. Conor Bracken, beautiful, beautiful knockout with a beautiful cross right down the pipe.
What a display of power.
Let's take a look at that replay. Right down that pipe there, and he folded him like a tree. Boom.
First round, declaring your winner by knockout, Conor Bracken.
Conor Bracken improves to 3-1.
Brian.
A great display of action. I've seen this guy fight since an amateur, and he is climbing up the ropes very carefully, very methodically, with precision, like that punch.
That was right down the pipe, as they say.
And a happy, happy Conor Bracken, as he should be.
Conor Bracken throwing like a Mack truck.
I'm with your winner, Conor Bracken.
Right down the pipe.
They definitely don't pay you by the minute here, do they? So, let's talk about this. I know we've seen you in some wars here in FightersRep, but I know you've been wanting that knockout victory. You finally achieved it here. How does it feel?
It feels great, man. This is exactly what we worked for. You know, I bring the violence. You guys know I bring the violence every time. Coach said, violence is good. Keep the violence. Keep the crazy. Now calm down and make it beautiful. Now that was some beautiful violence, right?
I don't think I could have put it in any better words. So obviously, what does the future hold for Conor Bracken, specifically here in FightersRep?
Hey, where's my title shot, man? Let's go.
There you go. All George. You heard it. You heard it. All right. Any last words you want to give to your fans or friends and family here at FightersRep?
I love you guys. Thank you so much. My cheering section over here. I've got some people all around. Everybody that bought a shirt, everybody that bought a ticket, I love you guys. This is why I do it. It's for you. It's for me, but it's for you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Conor Bracken. Hey, great job.
Conor Bracken prides himself in those 3 M's, Muay Thai, bullets, and mayhem, as it says aptly on the back of his shirt. Conor Bracken was smacking.
That's a powerful mix. Apparently that's the 3 things you need in this ring.
And there he's getting his gloves off, celebrating that victory. Tonight it was Conor Bracken, but stay tuned, fight fans. Our next bout For the Fighters Rep Super Middleweight title, 5 3-minute rounds. Diego Perez taking on David Pacheco. David Pacheco on that last fight brought a lot of heat back and forth. He's going to have his hands full tonight against Diego Perez. And that is coming up next on our second professional bout here on Fighters Rep, as brought to you by our promoter George Francis and sponsored by Ali Optimo Wellness, Channel Lumber, Nueva Real Estate, Citizen Athlete. Fight fans, we are bringing it tonight on Fighters Rep number 12.
Fans, if you blink, you miss it. That is how exciting Fighters Rep action is, and it's just gonna get better with your next fight, as we have the Fighters Rep Super Middleweight State Championship on the line. All right, introducing first, representing CMMA, Diego Perez.
Started martial arts at 15 years old, training out of CMMA with Chad George. He said a defining moment in his life when he was 22 years old, his mom passed away. It said, hey, you gotta focus, you gotta do something with your life. He's bringing that focus here in the ring on Fighters Rep number 12. Calls himself a fluid fighter. Shift the styles, speed, movement. He's gonna keep his eyes open because he's gonna bring that finish. Diego Perez fighting for the Fighters Rep Super Middleweight title on Fighters Rep number 12.
And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Blackbeard Kickboxing, David Pacheco.
Next up, David Pacheco out of Riverside, California. Trained by Ed Rivas. It's a great moment for him as he fights for the super middleweight title tonight. 5 3-minute rounds brought to you by Fighters Rep here in Seal Beach at the Ames Center. David Pacheco as he takes to the ring.
Every time I've seen David Pacheco fight, he brings non-stop action, and he is willing to take risks. He's willing to bang. He's willing to trade to get that W. Comes in with a record of 4-4. He's also even in mixed martial arts. But this guy is probably the one most exciting fighters I've seen.
Absolutely is.
Championship fight is brought to you by Channel Lumber, proudly providing commercial lumber products and custom milling to contractors and retailers in the Bay Area for over half a century. Check them out at channellumber.com. All right, fight fans, this is your featured main event of the evening. And it's for the Fighters Rep Super Middleweight State Championship. 5 3-minute rounds. Judges scoring at ringside, Damian Walton, Luis Cobion, and Dan Sale. Your referee calling the action in the ring, Jose Cobion. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands at 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing at fight time at 170.4 pounds. He is making his professional kickboxing debut tonight. Fighting out of LA, California, representing CMMA, this is Diego Perez. Fighting out of the blue corner, he stands at 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing at fight time at 171.2 pounds. He has a professional kickboxing record of 4 wins with 4 defeats. Fighting out of Riverside, California by way of Moreno Valley, representing Blackbeard Kickboxing, this is David Dynamite
Pacheco!
For the evening, I'll tell you that. I remember the last time we've seen this man in the ring. This is going to be a war.
Our referee, Jose Cobian, calling our fighters, giving the final instructions. 5 rounds of kickboxing action for the belt, for the strap. You got to scrap for that strap, John.
Unbelievable, but this will be a definite scrap, and these guys come with all that skill and all that experience for a professional bout for the super middleweight title here at FightersRep.
And here we go for round number 1. Fighters taking a little bit of caution, trying to measure. Diego trying to find that 1-2 combination. Uses that high push kick. Falls with a leg kick. Spin back kick comes very quickly from Diego. David trying to score with that overhook. Exchange of leg kicks. Fast high kick from Diego. David answers with some leg kicks, traps him in the corner.
That's extra. That's okay. This is dead. That one's extra.
And Diego using that footwork.
Yeah, 2 very different types of fighters here. Diego looking to move and to stick and to come back. Looks like David just wants to stay in the pocket and bang it out.
And David with that low kick. Diego answers back with a low kick. And David really trying to find those heavy hands inside.
Yeah, each time he tries to make a real mark with every time he connects.
Diego with a spin back fist.
But Diego's still delivering. He's touching more.
Oh, he definitely is. He's getting that score. He's trying to set confusion, shifting angles left and right, trying to stick that hand out. A nice overcross there by David. A walk knee by Diego. The jump knee from Diego comes up a little bit short. David inside his range. Diego using that push kick to the face and follows up with the low kick. Diego shifting now to southpaw stance. Back to orthodox. And Pacheco just stalking him. Just doesn't want to give him any reach, any inch, marching him down. But Diego's using that movement. And
wow.
in round
Unbelievable.
number 1.
Incredible match.
Very strategic round for the first round there. Diego Perez using his movement, shifting stances, left and right, popping that jab out, and David Pacheco, just like the Terminator, right in front of him, just stalking him down.
The zombie.
Really wanting to eat one to give a strong one in return. But I think the scoring factor goes to Diego Perez on that first round. And there we see his trainer, Chad George, giving Diego Perez his instruction. Jason Caldwell on the corner of David Pacheco.
Again, a title's on the line tonight for the super middleweight title holder for FightersRep.
Well, here we go for round number 2. Diego Perez popping that jab right away.
Big
using
kick
the
to the head.
hook kick combination. And Diego Perez trying to march him down. David Pacheco just won't quit. He's just staying right there, right in front of his face. Diego using that jab. David Pacheco tries in a double jab in return. Eats a leg kick. And David with the inside combination. And David with a nice combination inside. And you can see where David Pacheco is most effective inside that range right there. He's using those knees, scoring some damage there. But Diego says, hey, I still got some heat. I still got some angles too.
It looks to you like Diego's a little off balance?
You know, I like when Diego's inside the pocket, but I like to see him cut an angle or set up some jabs to get inside that pocket. Now David's nose is bleeding a little bit. And Diego is fighting a very strategic fight. Seems like there is a cut. Is there a cut on his eye of David? And Diego Perez using that long, stiff arm to try to keep David away. I want to see David cut off that ring, cut some angles, and fight effectively like he does inside that pocket. You know the power goes to David, but that beautiful, beautiful spin and angles from Diego Perez is really creating a lot of confusion there for David Pacheco. And that's the end of round number 2. Now, I want to see if there is a cut. There's a cut on David, and David said it was a headbutt. He said it was a headbutt, complaining about that. Trying to see, it's on, looks like on the top of his eyebrow.
It's ugly. Diego really using his length, able to use that jab to keep his distance. It was really clean for him at the end there, really changing angles, like you said, using his footwork. But David, man, just coming in strong, looking to end the fight at any moment. Yeah, it's above the eye.
Well, I like the movement of Diego Perez. I like that he's mixing up the jab. Not only he's mixing up the jab, but he's using that left stiff arm to try to measure, keep him away, and pop those punches. I want to see David Pacheco use a little more hands to set up, cut some angles to get inside instead of marching straight down. Because David Pacheco is most effective inside that pocket, and he is dangerous inside that zone. And David's really finding his mark right now. And when he's in that pocket, he's throwing those short punches, throwing with a lot of heat, and he follows up with that walk knee. And now he's eating some punches from Diego, and Diego with a spin back fist. David complaining about the holding.
No points lost for a hold like that if it's extensive.
Well, you know, there is no holding at all. And In other events I've been to around the world, anything that you hold to stop the action or stop from striking is considered a foul.
Yep.
Especially in kickboxing. And see, here we have Diego clinching right away. But he's fighting good on the inside. But Pacheco is really exerting his power inside. And he's willing to take one to give one. And here he is taking it to give it. And Pacheco with those walk knees right on top of each other.
Relentless.
Boom, boom. And Diego's the most effective when he sticks and moves. If he keeps that pop and movement going. But Pacheco is just marching him down as fatigue wears on. Pacheco, like the Terminator, is marching forward and trying to throw all that heat. And landing those punches in. And you get it, he's inside the pocket, he's in the zone. He's rocking him with those big hands. He throws a big knee to the head, and Pacheco is in that zone. He is in that zone, he is punching him, and boom! Down goes Diego.
Unbelievable. That's an incredible show of force and power from David Pacheco once again.
Pacheco is in that.
Looking to change the pace of this fight.
And he gets that 10-8 round on his side. David Pacheco. Comes in strong with that punch. Fatigue is setting in for Diego. Perez, he's losing his movement. If he can keep his feet moving, stick and move, he can still walk away. But if we see Diego Perez winning the first 2 rounds, David Pacheco just evened it out with that knockdown. So in my eyes, this fight is dead even right now. 2 more rounds for someone to make a statement and then come out on top. David Pacheco, oh my God, he is like the Terminator.
What a banger for a title fight.
And a strategic, stylistic fight too. Diego Perez with that movement, with that jab, with that stiff arm, popping and moving. But when Pacheco is inside, he is in his zone. That's his house.
Big knees, big right hands. Just incredible. It's ferocious. This is the kind of fight the crowd loves.
And our referee, Jose Cobian, is just telling the corners to get out, clean your ring, clean your apron before we start. This is our championship rounds. Number 4 coming up. Pacheco trying to find that zone again. Diego Perez trying to pop and move. Just engaging that dance. And Pacheco just trying to get inside again. Diego using those kicks to keep him at bay, using that footwork. Pacheco inside with those hands again. Comes in with that knee. Our referee, Jose Cobian, separates them. And the action is definitely slowed down, and it may favor Pacheco at this slower pace. Pacheco with the leg kick. Diego returns that favor. And a big step back hook from Diego Perez. Diego with a nice hook. And Pacheco now marching forward, trying to cut off that ring. Diego Perez using that footwork and movement, using that push kick to try to keep him at bay. But Pacheco with a strong cross.
The pace is different. They've slowed it down a little bit. You think that does favor David Pacheco?
I think it does, because it's the movement that was giving trouble to David Pacheco. Diego Perez's movement was giving him trouble, but now he's kind of lost that mobility, that pacing. But he's still dangerous. He's still got some kicks. He's still got a little bounce on his feet. So he can still steal and win this round. A nice punch. He's been landing the bigger punches on this round here. And Diego trying to fight his way in that corner, getting a few before he rallies and gets outside. David Pacheco still stalking him down. And a slapping body shot from Diego Perez. I want to see David work that body a little bit more and follow some leg kicks just to really stop that mobility of Diego Perez. But Diego still got his back foot. He's still got his side-by-side movement. Oh, and he lands a nice punch as David walks right into it and throws a sweet hook. And wow, our championship round number 4 comes to a close. And I think Diego may have stolen that with some walk-back punches, walk-back crosses.
I think you're right.
And this is it. We are going to the 5th and final championship round. It's going to be who has the bigger heart and who has the bigger gas tank. Fight fans, you're just tuning in. This is our main event, the Fighters Rep Super Middleweight title fight. On Fighters Rep number 12, Diego Perez out of the red corner taking on David Pacheco in the 5th and final championship round. Man, oh man, it's delivering everything it was built up to be.
It's a packed house. It's standing room only. People cannot believe what's going on right now in this coming 5th round. It's going to be decided. The super middleweight for Fighters Rep title.
That 4th round could have gone either way. I see the round going to Diego Perez, but let's see what happens here. If Pacheco can pull that heat on, he knows he has that power. And Diego Perez using that movement, trying to keep him at bay. And David comes in with that stiff jab. Diego returns a leg kick. Now walk knee by David Pacheco, second knee by him. And David got him where he wants him. He fires that knee, fires a second knee. He fires a third knee, fires a fourth knee. And then he rallies with those hands. He's got him in that pocket. And David just stalking in there, trying to get inside. Diego working those low kicks, trying to deaden the legs of David to stop his mobility. David's crying inside, throwing those big hands. And Diego returns those knees in favor.
Almost to the point of exhaustion, but we're still seeing him dig deep for power.
And these are two battle-worn warriors digging it out for the 5th and final round. Beautiful knee by David Pacheco. David rallying in with some straight punches.
Rock him, sock him all over again.
And another knee.
Devastating knees.
And they are rallying. David stepping in.
Here we go.
And Diego still got some steam on those punches too. The time is counting down. Spin back fist. Rocks David Pacheco. Oh, and a nice cross. Followed by a step knee. Fatigue is setting in for both of the warriors. But who has the bigger heart? Who's digging deeper? Who has that bigger gas tank?
Who's the true champion tonight? That's the question. Last 10 seconds.
And that is it. Wow. 5 well-earned rounds between two warriors. Diego Perez out of the red corner versus David Pacheco in a 5-round stylistic war for the FightersRep Super Middleweight title. Man, oh man, what a fight.
That's like running a marathon with someone punching you.
Let's take a look at this action. Coming back here. John, what do you see?
You know, it's a bloodbath. David Pacheco just stalking Diego, throwing vicious knees, throwing vicious punches. Diego stylistically different, able to circle out, able to throw combos effectively, and still stay in the game, even in the 5th round. It's any man's fight. It could go either way.
Now, I see the fight being a draw up to the point after the 3rd round. Diego Perez, I felt, won the 4th round. David Pacheco could have won the 5th round. If that happens, that fight is a draw. But if Diego rallies enough at the end on that 5th round, he may have stolen that round and stolen the fight.
What about that knockdown? That's not a clear decider at that point?
Because it's 2 points, and if Diego Perez won the first 2 rounds, that would put him at 20-18, and then he lost 2 points on that knockdown. That would reset that fight to dead even again. So I see the fight as a draw up after that 3rd round, and it's those last 2 rounds. Because of the knockdown, David Pacheco evened it out. And so, wow, oh wow, it's in the judges' hands. It's how they see it. 3 different judges sitting in 3 different angles. They don't have the benefit of the replay. They don't have the benefit of the multi-angle. So it's how their eyes see it. And it could be Diego Perez or it could be a draw. Either way, it could be David Pacheco. But this is a hard-earned fight.
That was a wild fight.
My eyes lean to Diego Perez. But man, what a war monster in David Pacheco.
He sure is. Like,
5 fans, what a fight! Give it up once again for both of these warriors. They literally went to war. And now, after 5 hard-hitting rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for their decision. Judge Luis Cobian scored the fight 48-46 for Diego Perez. While judges Dan Stell and Damian Walton scored the bout 47-47, a draw, making this fight a majority draw.
Unbelievable, no belt given.
And it could be, you know,
Bring him
again,
back.
The fight was dead even after round 3. If you had Diego Perez winning the first 2 rounds, David Pacheco winning that 3rd round, but with a knockdown, that evened out the fight. So if Diego Perez won round number 4 and David Pacheco won round number 5, then that puts this fight dead even. And you know what? I can't complain.
No, not at all.
I cannot complain.
I'll watch fights like that all day.
You know, stylistically, it was a great matchup.
Yes.
Different styles. They both posed their own threats and weaknesses. They were trying to counter each other strategically. And I know it's disappointing for the fans and especially disappointing for the fighters, but I could see this definitely being a draw.
Fight here. Man, what a war. Tell me, what was going through your head during this fight?
I'm glad you guys like that. It's an honor to put on a show for everybody here. I'm glad I got to show my warrior spirit a little bit. You know, we don't want to walk away with a draw, but I'm okay with it. I got to finish this guy next time if I ever see him again, you know?
There you go.
It's easier said than done, though.
All right. Now, in the 3rd round, you were dropped with a flurry of punches. What did it take to get back up and continue?
So my coach, Chad George, asked me if I wanted to be a champion tonight. And I looked deep at myself and I said yes.
All right.
I got myself up off the mat, and I kept on fighting. I corrected the mistakes in the moment, and just kept going. You know, that's the essence of resilience.
All right. Well, I know for a fact that George Francis would love to run this back. What do you think about a rematch? Let's make a true winner out of this fight. What do you think?
Yeah, I gotta save some brain cells, but I'll do it again. We can do it too.
There you go. All right, do you have any other words for your friends and fans and family members here at FightersRep?
First, I want to thank my Bahar Bayande. My car broke down halfway through this camp, and she works, she goes to school, and she was finding time to drive me to practice every day. So thank you so much, baby. I love you, and thank you to all my coaches and my teammates at CMMA. No way I could have done this without them.
All right. Once again, thank you very much, Diego Perez. What a fight. It is a true honor to talk to you. Great job, brother. Great job. I am with David Pacheco. David, it's never easy for you here. You have been in two hard-hitting wars. You knocked him down in the third round, but man, how did it feel going into this fight?
Felt good, Best camp I've ever had in my life. This training, obviously when you come out here, not everything goes according to plan, not everything how I drew it up and visualized it, made some mistakes, took a round off because I got tired. That is what it is. Hats off to Diego, man, he fought a great, beautiful fight, I don't feel like I won that fight, so I'm perfectly okay with it.
All right, truly honest as always is David Dynamite Pacheco. Now, he opened you up with a beautiful spinning back fist. No, wasn't that?
That was a headbutt, we got headbutted.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, once you started seeing the blood, how did that feel going through the fight?
I felt like I was at home.
Oh, there you go.
No big deal, I got a bloody nose the other night. It's the same thing, right?
Bloody nose, bloody head, same thing for you. Now, again, I do believe George Francis wants to run this back. What do you think about doing this one more time?
Yeah, that's cool. Whatever. I didn't win, so yeah, I got to run back.
There you go. All right, do you have any last words for your friends and fans and family here at FightersRep?
Of course, friends, family, all my fans, I love you guys. I know everybody who attends and who has attended in the past, you guys definitely hold a special place in my heart, and the people that are streaming it at home, everybody.
There you go.
The team, I got a great team, Blackbeard Kickboxing, by way of Modern Boxing over here, Michigan coach. Thanks to everybody.
Well, thank you, David, again. A wonderful fight. Unfortunately, no winner has been declared in this fight, but man, hell of a fight.
After party at Dallas Point.
There you go. After party with David right here. Thank you very much, guys.
Wow, and there you have it. 5 rounds of hard-hitting kickboxing action on FightersRep number 12 against Diego Perez and David Pacheco. It ends up being a draw, and I would like to see that run again.
I'll rewind it. I'll come watch a rematch. Those two gentlemen, they put on a show.
And the interesting thing about having a rematch for this is because they become that much smarter strategically about their opponent. So if they run this back, it's going to be a different fight.
Don't forget, we still are serving alcohol and other beverages. Please drink responsibly. Tip your waiters. We still have some food in the back as well. Just giving David a little bit of a chance to leave. He truly gave his heart and soul into this fight. Give it up one more time for both fighters. I know that was a hell of a fight. I know we wanted to see a winner, but both of them gave a hell of a fight. All right, moving on. Our next fight, 3 rounds in the 155-pound weight division. Introducing first, fight out of the red corner, representing Brandon West Fighting Academy. This is Brandon West.
Brandon West comes out for our 9th bout of the evening. He calls himself Diamante Negro, the Black Diamond. And he's fighting a black tie, Muay Thai, sorry. That was like a tongue twister. And he comes in fighting because he's been in a dark place. And what motivates him to fight at over 40 years old is the social injustice as he has experienced throughout his life. He will bring that energy into the ring.
Matador Training, William Acosta.
William coming to us from Reseda, California, 0-0. Out of Matador Training from Marcus Bonilla. It'll be a very interesting fight tonight. We have one fighter with the red headgear in the red corner. We got the blue fighter coming out, ready to put on his headgear. We're going to see, I think, another exciting match. Got that Matador music behind him.
A Citizen Athlete Project. Ken Bromley is connecting regular citizens to high caliber athletes. It's a personal performance program completely free online. Check them out, citizenathleteproject.com. All right, the following fight is 3 rounds in the 155-pound weight division. Judges scoring at ringside: Angelica Reyes, Mark Reyes, Dan Stell, and your referee calling the action in the ring, Luis Cobion. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weight at fight time at 154.4 pounds. Fighting out of West LA, California, representing Brandon West Fighting Academy, this is Brandon Diamante Negro West. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weight at fight time at 152 pounds. Fighting out of the valley, representing Matador Training, this is William, the world is mine, Acosta!
Fight fans, 10 years separate these two warriors. Brandon West at 42 years old.
What a number.
And William Acosta at 32 years old. We're going to see what experience will bring against youth. 10 years separate them, but here, only a 16 by 16 ring. Right now, between these two warriors,
Diamante Negro looks hungry.
he looks very,
Showing
very
he can
focused.
still do it.
And Acosta digging that body.
Boy, is he.
And he's stalking that head, winging for those bodies, winging the punches out there. And Brandon West hasn't really quite found his groove yet, trying to find his footwork. William Acosta throwing big punches. His headgear looks a little bit way too big, William Acosta. It's covering his eyes, and he has to make that adjustment in between. Brandon West with that kick to the body. And Acosta trying to come in with those winging punches to the body. Trying to put those hands down on Brandon West. And Brandon West with the combination. And Acosta really ripping to that body and now coming upstairs.
At first I thought it might be nervous energy, but you know what? That's Acosta's style. He just comes in and bangs it out.
Well, he has heat on those hands, but he's swinging a little bit wide.
Really, really looping punches.
And round one comes to a close. How do you see that first round?
Well, that's some interesting punching style from William Acosta. He looks like he's really digging like a shovel to get power. It's easily telegraphed. I'd like to see some more action from Brandon Washington because he can see that coming. There's different ways to counter that, and just haven't seen it yet. I like to throw one right down the pipe when that's happening.
Well, William Acosta, again, it looks like his headgear is a little bit big or it's not adjusted correctly. It's a little bit down in his eyes and it's a little bit loose. And Brandon West told me he's fighting for many social injustices that he's experienced through his life. He's bringing it here to make a statement, and that motivates him on Fighters Rep number 12. Here we go for round number 2. Luis Cobian, our referee, controlling the center of the ring. And Brandon West using those kicks to try to keep Acosta away. Acosta trying to lunge in with those big punches. And West makes an adjustment to his headgear. And Acosta throwing some big punches, scoring inside. But Brandon West marches him down. West reaches in with that jab. Misses with the kick. Acosta looks to stalk, putting that weight on that front foot. Gets a kick in return. Gets countered with that kick. Acosta with the leg kick. And the big hands are trying to score from Acosta. Acosta breathing heavy out of his mouth. Push kick by Brandon. High kick. And West using that overhand hook to come inside. Acosta still trying to reach for that punch. And West finding his mark inside there with those punches. But Acosta's got that heat. He's got that power.
Yeah, he's bringing it now. He's unleashing it.
He's throwing those big hands. Oh! And that big hand scores and it comes down.
Finally paid off.
And Cobian waves it off. No count, he waves it off immediately.
Acosta finally showing where he could actually put those punches. When he connected them, it made a difference.
And he knew he had the strength. He knew he had those power hands, and he was digging hard each time.
Man, just really digging deep. Shovel punches.
And Brandon West doing very well until he got caught with that punch on the inside.
You gonna let him fight?
No, they can't let him fight. Once they call the doctor in and once they put the stool in, fight is over. They're just checking for fighter safety. And once the fighter's been cleared by the doctor, then the cornerman can come inside the ring, as they just did, but the fight cannot resume. We have a winner, and that is William Acosta.
William Acosta, man. I tell you, unorthodox but effective.
And that's what you need to do. And I give credit to Brandon West. Brandon West fighting over 40 years old because he wants to make a statement about the social injustice he experienced in his life. But this man stepped in the ring at that age, and he came in shape. And it was a very tough fight because it's a very unorthodox style to fight against. And so unless you're in the training camp sparring with people like that, it's very hard to make that adjustment. I like to see Brandon West, again, fight in the ring on a more classic matchup. But tonight, it is William Acosta's night.
2 seconds of round number 2. Your referee, Luis Cobian, stops this bout, declaring your winner by TKO from the blue corner, William Acosta.
What a fight.
Hey, go ahead, Lane.
That's an interesting one to play back.
Let's look at that replay action going on right now.
Hey, Brandon.
And you can see Acosta just really winging those punches. And he caught.
Throwing him from his hip.
Definitely. And it's just an exchange of hands.
Hats off to the Diamante
William, want to talk on the mic afterwards?
in this ring at 42
No, sure.
years
Okay.
old,
All right,
still
sounds good.
bringing it. And for the cause.
Oh, William.
And there's William, a happy warrior, making his debut here, not only on Fighters Rep, but his kickboxing, stand-up fighting debut. Comes out 1-0. Five fans still to come. Our final bout of the evening. Christian Zahler taking on Alejandro Gonzalez at 180 pounds. One more fight, fans. And this one is going to be another banger.
Yes.
All right.
Big boys.
You have to go out that way.
180 and up. It's all power.
All right, Fight fans. Are you guys having a great time? I know you guys are. I know you guys are. Make some noise if you're having some good time. There you go. If you are, don't forget to add us Fighters Rep on all forms of social media, and we will be back in April for Fighters Rep 13. It may be an unlucky number, but I'm sure it's going to be a great night of fights. Follow us on all forms of social media for the exact date and location, but we will be back in April for Fighters Rep 13. All right, your last fight of the evening. 3 rounds in the 180-pound weight division. Introducing first, fight out of the red corner, representing Vital Force Mixed Martial Arts, Christian Zahler.
Christian Zahler, a martial artist since he was a kid. And he comes in describing his fight styles as intuitive. He's a teaser. He has the hands, he has the angles, and he's got the K1 combination. He said the defining moment in his life was a mushroom trip, and that brought out a lot of realization about what he wanted to do in his life. And now he is here in the ring on Fighters Rep, the number 12 for the final bout of the evening. Christian Zahler, Vital Force.
His opponent. Fight out of the blue corner, representing Bueno Park Martial Arts, Alejandro Gonzalez.
Alejandro Gonzalez coming out of Hawaiian Gardens, representing Bueno Park Martial Arts for kickboxing action here at Fighters Rep. He is 0-0 at this point, trained by Chamarith Pot, a name we're all familiar with. Want to see what he brings here tonight for this final bout, final Fighters Rep 12.
And you know, John, since this is the final bout, I want to say what a struggle that George said that he's put in for this bout. They've had the bout, and I'll explain more after Josh calls out the fighters.
Wellness. Once again, Dr. Mahid Ali has been treating fighters with acupuncture, holistic, and medical herbs for decades. He is a miracle worker, and he can do wonders for you. Follow him on Instagram, Ali Optimal Wellness, or AliOptimalWellness.com. All right, fight fans. Following fight is 3 rounds in the 180-pound weight division. Judges scored at ringside, Angelico Reyes, Mark Reyes, Daniel Castillo. Your referee, Jose Cobian. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighted at fight time at 177.4 pounds. Fighting out of Chino, California, representing Vital Force Mixed Martial Arts, Christian the Flow Master Zahler. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weight at fight time at 180.6 pounds. Fighting out of Bueno Park, California, representing Bueno Park Martial Arts, this is Alejandro the Birdman Gonzalez!
Now going back to what I was saying, putting together Fighters Rep number 12, this was during the start of the year. We had the pandemic again with the Omicron. The the California State Athletics, the IKF, California itself wanted to limit the capacity to 1,000, and then later they limited it to 500. Then they went back to 1,000, and it's been a ping pong match for our promoter George Francis, but he stuck to his guns. He said, hey, I'm putting on this fight. And what a chess match it was to navigate through this, but here we are in Fighters Rep number 12. Congratulations, George, for putting the 12th event together. This is our final fight of the evening. Christian Zahler taking on Alejandro Gonzalez. And the fighters exchange low kicks. Both fighters trying to cut angles. Our referee wants to reset. Oh, and that's what our photographer to step out off the, stay off the inside. There you go. Good. Both fighters exhibiting head movement. Zahler with that short uppercut, using that shoulder feint, step feint to get inside. Alejandro Gonzalez with some big hands coming in.
Chop that tree down.
And Zahler trying to measure with that jab to get that big cross inside. Gonzalez using his footwork and body movement to try to evade those punches. Fighters exchanging hands here, but it's the longer limbs of Zahler that's scoring in the action. And Gonzalez with a big right hand, but he eats a knee, eats a second knee, and eats some crosses inside. Gonzalez gets himself outside the corner, but still pinned against the ropes. A big leg kick by Zahler. Final 10 seconds of this first round.
What a banger. Zahler, man, just throwing everything he's got.
Zahler measuring, firing punches at the long end of his limbs. And it's funny, only 1 inch separates them. 6'2" for Christian Zahler. Alejandro Gonzalez, 6'1". But it's that reach of Zahler. Zahler's got that long limbs, and he finds Alejandro Gonzalez's headgear at the end of it, reaching out very effectively. Alejandro Gonzalez using his footwork, his body work to evade those punches of Zahler, and winging with some big hands. Let's see what kind of adjustments they can make for round number 2.
I think that was a tough round for Gonzalez. I know he is trying to do everything he could to stay out of range, but he was taking some hard punches from Zahler.
And we'll see what kind of adjustments they make as Alejandro Gonzalez receives his instructions from Chandrat Pot. Here we go for round number 2. And Zahler using that head movement, sticking that jab, rolling over for that cross. Little bounce on his feet. And Zahler with a strong cross.
It's relentless.
Zahler's all over Alejandro Gonzalez. But if he's not careful, Gonzalez can catch him. He's got some heat with that strong hook, just like that. But when he misses, he certainly pays. And Zahler able to throw punches from all angles. And our referee, Jose Cobian, gives Alejandro Gonzalez a standing 8 count. That puts this round at a 10-8 so far. Zahler with that long end of that cross again. And Gonzalez losing a little snap on those punches, but he's got that right hand that answers back. And Zahler's got the angles. He's got the rhythm. He's finding Gonzalez covering up, and he's firing those punches. And that's it.
Not intelligently defending himself. Just taking too much damage.
Taking a little bit too much damage and moving almost to the point where you're turning your back to your opponent. And turning your back is not a defense. It's telling your referee you can't fight. Yeah.
That's not the best defense, I'll tell you that.
Let's take a look at that action right now. Zahler just inside trapping Gonzalez inside that corner, using that push kick and firing those hands in the inside. Again, finding Gonzalez at the long end of his punches. And it's a night for Christian Zahler. You know, this is Alejandro Gonzalez's first fight. I'm sure he got the first round jitters going. And he's under a good team, Buena Park and Chandler Pot. And he'll come back again, come back stronger. But tonight is Christian Zahler's night.
And rightfully so. Fought a solid fight. Able to display a style that was definitely superior tonight. Stalking his opponent, chasing him down, and just relentlessly delivering. But you're right, there were times when Gonzalez had some dangerous punches.
And what a great night. 10 exciting bouts of kickboxing action. Fight fans, if you're a fan of stand-up fighting, kickboxing is one of the places to be. Non-stop action. We've seen some knockouts. We've seen stylistic matchups. We've seen some bangers. We've seen some knockouts.
Take your time. We're not going anywhere.
It's a packed house here. Fighters Rep definitely one not to miss. Fighters Rep 12 now in the books, 13 coming up. If you catch the live stream, you can see what it's all about. But looking at it here from the side of the ring and from where the crowd views this, just unbelievable, incredible, and some of the best matchups you're going to see in Southern California.
Well, let's send it to Joshua Shibata. Our ringside MC.
Let's make this one official. Fight fans at 1 minute 33 seconds of round number 2. Your referee, Jose Cobian, stop the bout. Declare your winner by TKO from the red corner, Christian Zahler.
Christian Zahler comes out victorious in this bout over Alejandro Gonzalez. What a great night of action here in Fighters Rep and number 12.
Action packed.
And there's the face of a happy warrior, Christian Zahler. And Fighters Rep this night.
Christian, want to be on link? All right.
A few words from Christian. There with his team.
Coach Lamont McCurry right there in Chino, California is definitely bringing it tonight. That was a great display of what they're practicing there.
In Vital Force, I've seen them on a lot of different shows. Their fighters always bring a lot of action and a lot of heart.
Your winner, Christian, the Flow Master Zahler. And you know, we joked about why you have your nickname, the Flow Master, but you were flowing in the ring, combinations. It was amazing. What was your strategy going into this fight?
Fight my fight. That's going into it. Just fight how I fight and make him adapt to it. Do slight adjustments to adapt to him, and then work my game, whatever that is. And listen to my coach.
Okay.
I gotta listen to him, you know.
There you go. There you go.
He knows best.
And again, also, never have I seen a fighter look so calm and cool coming into the ring. Are you always that relaxed when you're ready to go to war with another opponent?
You learn from your mistakes. I've overdone the height before and been trained.
There you go. There you go.
My game plan ever since is be calm.
There you go. There you go. And it obviously worked with your performance here. What does the future hold for Christian Zahler?
Only way is up.
Yeah, there you go. Love it. Love it. Any last words you want to say to your fans, friends, family here at Fighters Rep?
I hate you guys. I'm just kidding. Love you guys. Thank you all for coming.
There you go. Once again, your winner, Christian Zahler. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate it. All right, fight fans, that is our show. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming out. Once again, follow us on all forms of social media, FightersRep. I want to thank all you guys for coming out. We will be back in April. Follow us on all forms of social media for the exact location and date. And we will see you guys next time. Drive home safely, guys. Good night.
We had 10 exciting fights. Edgar Zaragoza comes out victorious over Melvin Guerra, 30-27. Christian Tobias takes that win over Robert Pallo. Cameron Spencer with a third-round knockout over Dylan Ludwig. And Sattarov comes out victorious over Jesse Batista. Luis Moreno, the El Toro, made it his bullpen over Robert Castro. David Rivera comes up short with Joshua Caldwell winning what they call split decision, but I saw that as a unanimous decision. I was probably wrong on the scorecards, read incorrectly. Connor Bracken, on our first professional event of the night, scores a tremendous knockout, and our title bout, Diego Perez versus David Pacheco, comes out even, and we want to see that one run again.
Rerun that.
Yes, sir, and Brandon West taking on William Acosta. William Acosta winning by technical knockout, and Christian Zahler ends the night with a beautiful display, stopping Alejandro Gonzalez. Any particular fight that was favorite of yours, Don?
You know what? I love the professional bouts. David Pacheco and his style where he just kind of stalks his opponent, stays in the pocket, delivers the power, bloody, ugly, mean, brutal. I can't begin to even describe everything I saw tonight, but that was a wonderful fight. And then, of course, Kenny Powers, Connor Bracken, bringing that knockout punch right down the pipe. Just incredible. Put Ed Hyman out. I don't know if Ed even knew what hit him. Sometimes you're out so quick you don't even know you're out. Then you're back on your feet and you wonder what happened. Two wonderful professional bouts, but the amateurs were top notch. So none of these fights disappointed. Everything here tonight was to be expected at the level of FightersRep, so come see us at FightersRep 13.
And I want to say again, this fight was a very, very difficult match to put together for our promoter, George Francis. Again, you know, the California state mandate said, hey, you know, you can only have 1,000 people. Then they limited to 500. Then they came back to 1,000, and they were trying to redo tickets again. It was tough, but it takes a promoter's heart to be like a fighter, to stick with it and be tenacious, to deliver action just like this. So my hat's off to the promoter, George Francis, and to all the fighters that made it out here. And you guys here watching us on the stream and those watching live, these events cannot happen without your support. So myself, David Huey, and John
Arredondo.
The Don Arredondo.
You know it.
All right, the man himself. We will see you again on FightersRep number 13. We bid you good night, and we'll see you once again.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for tuning in.